Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my sunset-ish. We have a cloudy sky today. It's been threatening rain. I think we got a little bit of rain this morning, but it's been threatening. But we do have these lovely clouds in the distance with a little bit of color. So we have that to enjoy. And it still is a lovely day here in Arizona. It is, let's see, what time is it? 6:28. Our days are again getting longer, which is exciting for me. I'm a summer baby, so I enjoy the summer very much. And I'm looking forward to the summer. Ah, look at that glow over there. How pretty. Today is February 16th, and depending on where you are and who you are, I guess, the Chinese New Year has already started. Someone said it started yesterday, someone said it started today, and some people are saying it doesn't start until tomorrow, so maybe it starts at sunset. Maybe it depends on where you are in the world. I'm not sure, but we are on the eve, if not in, the year of the fire horse. So happy New Year to those who are celebrating and who might be watching this at the time when it is the actual New Year. But we're close enough. It's either tonight or tomorrow or yesterday. We're in the New Year now, which is exciting. We're in the Chinese New Year. What is it, puppy? What is it, puppy? I'm excited. So we're experiencing the second sunset. We're into the second sunset, so it's starting to get vibrant all of a sudden, which is exciting right now. So this is looking pretty good. Let me see if I can have him come inside real quick. Okay, there we go. Just put him inside. He wants to play. I'll play with him after the live. But all of a sudden the color is turning on. This is so pretty. And then next door we have our festive lights. It looks like they're going to have a little get together tonight. So very exciting party vibes for this beautiful evening. That's a really pretty color all of a sudden. How fun is this? But today I was doing a lot of work, just reviewing some of my audio lessons that I've either done for myself or done for other people, trying to synthesize some different understandings that I have about frequency and how each person expresses their unique frequency. And I did a lesson. I have a lesson for myself that I custom made for myself called Aries Scorpio axis. It's a little bit different because I have at the time that I created it, this was a while ago, I was working on my integrating the Aries and the Scorpio aspects. Sometimes when you have hard aspects, conjunctions or squares or things like that, there's a synthesis that you want to make between those two things that might be in some ways fighting each other. So I think some people would say to avoid certain things, or be careful here and be careful there and be cautious and things like that. But really what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to synthesize the two things that seem to be competing with each other and integrate them into something that is balanced. And I think that's what the Buddhist philosophy talks about, the middle way, the middle passage, which is um, sometimes you have free reign in some of your astrological signs. You can do no wrong sometimes in some areas, and so you're blessed in that way. But sometimes you have to walk a narrow corridor between two axes to get and integrate those two things to learn a certain level of discernment and refinement. And so that was the purpose of that lesson. But it was getting me to think about how to balance those energies and what it actually means to do that. And I got the imagery of inflating a balloon. So um, some themes for me in my natal chart have to do with expansion and contraction, or expansion and confinement. And it just made me think about blowing up a balloon, and how, there's nothing wrong with blowing up a balloon, but in order to blow up a balloon, you need the expansive energy of whatever gas you're using to do it, but you need the confining element of the material of the balloon, right? So sometimes form takes shape through both expansion and confinement. And I was just playing with that. There are internal channels and circuitries and energy channels and breath channels within the body and energetically within the human body. And that makes up our nervous system. And through some of the somatic work that I have for you guys, and some of you have been using my app, which gets into that. I've got some somatic lessons in there, and those somatic lessons are designed to tap in to each frequency's tendencies and the architecture that is structured within each of us to capitalize on the different structures there, like how to maximize and optimize those structures so that you can be your most effective self and so forth. So I wanted to get on and just talk about that a little bit and enjoy this now amazing sunset. I did not expect this to turn into this. It was totally great about 5 minutes ago, and now we have this really mysterious um, blue and pink. How pretty is that? So I named this the Energy Sunset Live because of the lessons that I was going through and how I was really just getting an understanding about these different energy mechanisms that are within us that we have the ability to control and enhance and optimize and recalibrate. So if you're interested in those things and working further along these lines, I really do consider it like Jedi training, because you really are using the force. You're understanding how to feel it and tap into it and understand how you uniquely interact with it and how you uniquely can gain mastery of your realm that we're in here. And just like swimmers, if you want to be an Olympic swimmer, you have to understand water. If you want to be a pilot and fly a fighter jet or something, you have to understand avionics and things like that. Same thing, if you want to be effective in whatever it is that you do in life, you want to understand your frequency and the frequency that you're navigating within to understand how best to negotiate the environment. So if that sounds interesting, check out my links. I have a few of them in the description. But other than that, that's all I had to share. And I'm just going to kind of enjoy this really cool sunset. This is very mysterious and spooky and ethereal. Very cool. Hey, in the chat, Randomness A, I like the name. Beautiful sky, right? This is so pretty. It was gray. It was totally gray and nothing to look at about 5-10 minutes ago, and now we have this really intriguing sky and a party about to ensue, maybe next door. They usually have really nice family-friendly parties, which I really I vicariously enjoy from over here. They're 2 doors down, so. But anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful sky. Thank you, Randomness A, for hopping in. I like the esoteric nature of your name. Adams XCC. Hi, welcome to my sunset. Can I say, oh, Millie. Hi, Millie. Welcome to my sunset. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sky. I am in Arizona, and we're pretty famous for our Arizona skies. And so here's one of them. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's 6:30 at night, right before nightfall. But welcome, Millie, to my live. Gillian Broad, 5470. Hi. And you're saying, phew, what is that? I've seen a lot of people with that symbol. I don't know if it's something cheeky or weird. I don't know, but enlighten me if you want about what that symbol means and whatnot. I'm gonna assume that you are mesmerized by this glorious sunset that we're having right now. It is really outstanding. So, but thank you to you three who hopped into my live, and hopefully you are enjoying this beautiful sky. Maybe not so much the dog barking, but we have lots of little critters that we all love and keep with us, and so they are crying to their people for whatever it is that they need. But isn't this amazing? This is like a lot of the skies that we've been having, these sunsets, they remind me of like just different fantasies and animations and things. It's just really unreal. This is so pretty. I've actually never seen anything like this. This is just a really unique sunset tonight. Really cool. But anyway, I will probably, what I want to do is the lesson that I did today, I made it for myself, so I wasn't really trying to make it clean and it's almost uneditable because it's, I'm kind of talking over a lot of background noise. But I might put it up. I have another channel, my Feldenkrais channel, my somatic bodywork channel, that I don't really have anything on, that I might upload it to, and just, it's a 15-minute lesson, but it's the Aries Scorpio axis integration lesson, and it's really intriguing. I've never done a lesson like it, and so the way I put these together, I kind of I cobble together different modalities to kind of synthesize things and bring them together using different things. And so the way I did this one, it's very dynamic. So you're starting out lying down, and then you go to your knees or sitting, whatever range of motion is good for you, and then standing, and you end standing for this 15 minutes. But you're doing a lot of mental work that I found actually quite taxing. You're not really doing a lot of movement in this one. It's a lot of moving energy through the body. And it's kind of amazing at how much work, internal work, feeling and sensing the different things inside that you do. And, after like a few minutes, I was a little bit like, I found myself fatigued. And I was like, why am I fatigued after this? It's barely doing anything. But sometimes when your mind is really working hard, that's when we're using a lot more energy than even with physical work. But I might put that on the Feldenkrais channel or here. I don't know, but it might be interesting to share that so that you guys, because, I'm explaining these things and I'm being a little bit esoteric about it, and it's not necessarily clear what I'm explaining. So that would be cool to share that lesson. Um, I'm not going to put it in the free app because it's just not really clean enough, I don't think. So I might put that here, and then you guys can kind of go through it and let me know what you think and how it affects you and what things you sense, and if you are able to down the road feel a difference in how you're able to perform, and are you able to maximize things? Does your intuition come online a little bit more for you? Are you able to tap into that a little bit more clearly? But okay, I guess I will leave it there, even though, so it looks much brighter in the camera now, like it's almost faded out for me. But in the camera, oh my goodness, it's the camera is just pulling all this light in, and it just looks like an unreal fantasy. I love it. But I'm going to leave it there. Check out my links if any of the things that I'm talking about resonate with you, and I will see you in another one. Good night.